Archive for nearly 2 years now. Has your opinion on anyone in the family changed over that time?
Well, it's all grown, and I've got to know them and sympathise with them, really. I think making this painting in the Archive Gallery has made me think what an extraordinary stoical person Margaret Dunlop must have been, Epstein's first wife, who basically had brought up 2 of his children which weren't hers as her own, and then had to deal with having this second family living down the road with 3 kids, and just made me think about her a lot more, which I hadn't considered before now, really, very much. At the moment in London, because it's 2011, there's an exhibition celebrating 60 years since the Festival of Britain exhibition in London on the South Bank. And the Festival of Britain, all the graphics for it was designed by my absolute hero, who's a guy called Abram Games. And Abram Games, he chose, it's a really beautiful colour scheme, and I'm trying to somehow reflect that. So it's going to be a bit like a 1950s pavilion here, slightly dystopian pavilion about all these different relationships and things. So it's going to be a sort of just a kitsch kind of reflection on that, but the colours are somehow kind of jolly and festival-like, and the sentiments are perhaps, I think it is celebratory because it's all about somebody's life, but it's also a bit of a jumble. I want to try and fit into it other things, like a sort of bit of a history of feminism, which would be odd, but it comes from the idea of Esther and this idea about Esther's law, and thinking that he was rather domineering sort of figure, rather ruining lives of all the women that he came across.
And Esther still, despite the fact that she's in the main kind of circle, but the story's kind of going off from her, isn't it? That she's still at the top.
Yeah, she's because she's the last child. But it's not for nothing that I painted her name biggest at the top in the central.